Friends is one of them shows that needs no introduction. Everyone and their mom knows what that show is. Sorry, I can't cuss in the first like 7 seconds, and that really threw me off right there. And one thing about this show that is very common knowledge, other than the fact that they ripped off Living Single, is the fact that this show really loves the laugh track. It is built around the laugh track. The main vehicle for comedy and conveying comedy is the laugh track. And so, what I want to do is I want to do a thought experiment, a social experiment, the likes of which the world has never seen before, and watch clips online where people remove the laugh track. This is a really, really thorough scientific investigation. And without further ado, let's check it out.
Hi.
Hi.
One vegetarian pizza. It's $12.15.
Oh. By the way, if it makes you feel any better, I happen to like 8-year-old boys.
600. What?
And that right there is what we call in the industry game. That is, oh my God. I saw that, and as a lesbian, I was like, oh, maybe I just never met the right man. Maybe I never met the right man for me. And Ross Ross something, that's the man for me. Oh my God, I feel moist. I can't believe I said that. My Nana watches some of my videos. Hi, Nana. But one thing you might have noticed in that clip is Ross seems fucking insane. Ross seems legitimately fucking insane. Like, let's just think about this. Let's think. Maybe I can't relate because I was actually good with women. Thank you very much. Comparing someone that I presumably want to have sex with, I want to see naked, to a child. I don't think there's any world where that makes any fucking sense. I don't know. I think for me, baby play is just not where I go, but maybe Ross is different. Maybe he likes them young. Okay, and for context, this next clip is Ross going up to the instructor of a women's self-defense class after the class ends. That's all you need to know.
Hey, a couple of questions though. You know about that last move where that woman tripped you and then pinned you to the floor? What would you do next?
Well, then she'd take the keys and try to jam them in.
No. What would you do next?
Oh, me, the attacker?
Yes, that's right.
And something you'll notice with a lot of these clips, it's just Ross being fucking insane, because when you think about it, the laugh track is priming you to think that something's funny. You know what I mean? I remember watching this for the first time. I was like 13, so forgive me for missing the subtext here. Also, it was in the background. I was playing fucking Skyrim, so forgive me for not realizing it at 13 and while playing Skyrim. Ross is just a piece of shit. Like, he's just a horrible piece of shit, and like the laugh track primes you to like not take him seriously. But like when you like look at like the things that he do, like the other thing, the pedophile thing, that's like a joke. He was trying to like attack like Rachel and Phoebe or something. He was like angry or something. And he has this entire interaction because he's like trying to like learn how to attack a woman. What way would any of this like make sense for like a normal, reasonably adjusted person?
Nowhere to run.
I don't like sitting up here. I'm trying to go. No, Rachel, they got here first. Why is Ross doing that? Oh my God! Why is he jumping on those women? We should help him. I don't think they need any help.
You see what I mean from that? Now, obviously, removing the laugh track changes the entire feeling of it, right? Taking a show out of its original context and placing it into a different context, it's gonna change the vibe of it. Fucking go figure. Wow, crazy. Doing fucking incredible investigative journalism right now, Noah. Imagine this. Use a woman. For a majority of my audience, you know what that's like. For some of y'all, come on, let's be feminist real quick, okay? But you have a male friend, someone you used to date in the past, someone you actually got married to once in a drunken night in Vegas. Now, you see this guy run up and attack 2 women randomly, just random women. Do you think, oh, yeah, let's continue being friends? In fact, I think I'll get back together with him at some point. Whoa. No, I don't think you. So, if we really think about it, all the women in his life enable him. The men in his life enable him to act like this. Now, I understand this is about the laugh track, but you got me off on a tangent. Ross is a fucking weirdo. And taking away the thing that like primes us to laugh at him being a fucking weirdo, like him being not just like a weirdo in the sense of like, oh my God, he's like quirky, whatever, but like him being a genuine fucking like menace, like a genuine fucking like danger to women, it's just like, damn. And I think about it and I just go, damn, they really use that laugh track to like pass off like abusive and manipulative behavior as like cool and chill. Because so much of his weirdness, his like overprotective of this and like da da da, and him being like so fucking insecure, like all these different things, where he like takes it out in this like really abusive, manipulative way. It's just like with the laugh track over it, and it's just like there's like priming us to look at these abusive behaviors like these like quirky personality traits. Like we look at like shitty guys to date or whatever. You got Ross, you got Joey. And we look at like the way that like they play off like their shitty behaviors. Joey's shitty behavior is like he's like a fuckboy. He's like a stupid fuckboy. Right? He's like a sweet guy at heart, but he's a stupid fuckboy. Ross, on the other hand, shows a lot more damaging, violent behaviors. You know what I mean? And they's played off in the same way. I don't know, just I think watching this again as an adult, but also with the laugh track removed, really just like, oh, I realized, you know, maybe this is one of those things where like this kind of set me up to like give a blind eye to abusive behaviors, especially from men, because it's like, oh, it's like quirky, it's like a joke, like oh my god, like no, you know what I mean? Like I see older women, right, and they defend the fuck out of their shitty abusive husbands, like oh that's just the way he is, da, da, da. And it's like, yeah, he like verbally berates you, like he yells at you all the time. I don't know. I was getting really deep on something that's like originally just a video being like, like Friends isn't funny. Like Friends isn't funny. And now I just like I took it to a really dark place, man. Sorry.
I got beer.
I got bottled breast milk.
Why don't we start with the beer?
Okay.
Okay, this one is like less of him just like being like a creep. I don't know why these all of a sudden are on Ross being fucking insane. Like I don't mind like taking a sip from the source, if you know what I mean. Like I think I'd probably try it once or twice. Never done it yet, but willing to explore. That please don't DM me about this, please. I don't need that in my DMs. I don't know. First time really hanging out with somebody, like I got beer. I got breast milk. It's chilled in the fridge if you want it. Oh. Okay. Right, sure.
So, Phoebe tells me you play piano.
Yeah.
You know, I used to play keyboards in college.
Huh? Do you have one here?
No.
Okay.
One thing I do like about this scene, though, without the laugh track, is this is just supposed to highlight the awkwardness between them. Because it's like there's like jokes online where you see where like, oh, and you realize you'll never be boys with like friends, boyfriend, whatever the fuck, right? It's like that type of situation. And I think removing the laugh track and just letting it sit in awkwardness is so much better, actually. I don't know, like I don't think of myself as a big like laugh track hater because I think ultimately like it's a different time, it's a dated thing, so obviously it feels like a bit cheap, not as like good or whatever. It's like something we move past as like a culture. It's like not in the zeitgeist anymore. But like ultimately, I hate to be a comedy purist about it. I flip flop a lot about this, but like I kind of think the laugh track genuinely is like a lower form of comedy, and I don't mind that. I'm not saying that as a way as like, oh, we shouldn't ever make stuff like this or like it's bad and like you shouldn't watch it. No, because sometimes I like it when you tickle like the most primal monkey instincts of my brain to make me have a good time. Like, what the fuck do you mean? Like, yeah, okay, maybe you took like a shortcut to make me laugh, but I still fucking laughed, right? Yeah, you're not as clever. Yeah, you didn't do whatever, but not everything has to be like the most clever thing ever. I think you should shoot to be the most clever thing ever. And personally, would I want to make a show that has a laugh track? But no, I wouldn't. But I would still like potentially consume one. I mean, I watched this show when I was like 13. Again, 13's not like the fucking pinnacle of like taste or whatever, but like, I don't know. I don't think it's awful, but I do think the level of comedy that comes out of it is not as high. Because I think like a common comparison people make is like The Friends versus The Office, right? I do think the writing on The Office is a lot cleverer than the writing in Friends. Because when you write around the laugh track, you lose subtlety. And that's one of my favorite parts of comedy is like subtlety. In breaking subtlety in very like obvious ways. But having a laugh track is not, there's no subtlety. You can't break the subtlety because there's nothing subtle about it, because as soon as like there's a joke, they like throw in a laugh track to tell you to laugh, which makes for a very different viewing experience, which I personally don't prefer. Like that's not my preference. I would prefer to watch something that exists in that subtlety, that it's not like that where you can watch the show like 4 times, watch it on that 5th time, and you realize you missed a joke this entire time because it was just like thrown at the end of the conversation, just like really smooth and subtle. I love that. It shows this like care, dedication, and like passion for comedy that I love, that I think is very infectious. And when you feel that type of energy, it makes you like care about the work so much more. Whereas I think something like Friends, I'm not saying like the people who made it don't care about it, but it feels much more commercial. It feels less of a passion project and more so like, oh, this is a cash grab, which would make sense given the fact they stole it from Living Single.
I'm divorced. Phoebe says you've been divorced?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't really like to talk about it.
That's okay. Well, we'll talk about something else.
What I'm about to say is informed by the fact that I already don't think Ross is a good person. I think he's a fucking piece of shit bitch. I think he looks I think he's insane in this. I think he's like I don't blame Paul Rudd's character. I think he's doing great. This is purely on Ross. He's making this so uncomfortable. He is a freak. I don't like him. I hate him. Also, I know this is a complete aside, not really related, but the whole break thing, oh, that argument, oh, it was a break, da, da, da. I'm sorry, but a break is not saying, oh my God, we broke up. That's not what a break is. A break is saying, oh, there's a lot of emotions going on here. We need to take time to process these, step back, remove ourselves from each other so we don't add on new things and give us time to like fucking feel this shit out. And then we'll come back together, make more informed decisions from a better informed place. It's not saying, hey, we're going to break up temporarily. It is a break. It's not a break up. And in that vein, I don't think there is any defense by saying, oh, it was a break. A break is not a breakup. That's not what that is. Yeah, I don't really have much more to say. There's only so much I can say about like laugh tracks not being funny. I don't like it. I mean, it's cool. I mean, I said good things about it earlier. But now, like, I just was reflecting on my experience watching this again, and I don't ever want to watch Friends again. I don't like it. I don't know why. I feel like irrationally angry right now. Like, that pissed me off. Like, watching that pissed me the fuck off. I don't. That's not even like about the laugh track thing. It's just I don't like Friends. Anyways, leave a like, subscribe, comment down below. Sorry I haven't been like posting much. I've been in Taiwan studying Mandarin, going through some big life changes. So yeah, honestly, it's been a lot. I've been trying to post on Patreon. I know I ain't been posting on there. I've been trying. I don't know what's happening. Like posts just will not go through, and I don't know what the fuck it's about. I might have to email support honestly, because like it just won't let me upload videos. But yeah, I don't know. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.